I dare them. Like, this is a place where I want your vote. I want it on record. I want to know where you stand.
Okay.
You protect us. Do we have rights as women or not? And I'm going to fight like hell for this. This is...
As you may know, Sarah McBride from Delaware has made history as the first openly transgender member of the US Congress. This groundbreaking achievement has reignited debates around transgender rights and issues of privacy, particularly regarding bathroom access. The conversation gained further momentum when Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace proposed a ban on transgender women using women's restroom in the US Capitol. In a recent interview with Fox News and News Nation, Representative Mace shared her perspective on the matter. Let's listen to her.
Submission. Look, I am a rape survivor. I'm a survivor of sexual violence and abuse, and I know how vulnerable women and girls are in private spaces. And the question at the end of the day is, do women have rights or not? I mean, this question must be answered, and it doesn't end on Capitol Hill. This stuff is going on all across the country. I'm going to file multiple bills on measures like this because I'm going to fight to protect women and girls. Like, this is not okay. And I'm someone who's very socially sensible, but at some point we have to draw a line with this insanity. And this is a big fat red line for me.
All right. So Sarah McBride has responded. This is a blatant attempt from far right-wing extremists to distract from the fact that they have no real solutions to what Americans are facing. We should be focused on bringing down the cost of housing, healthcare, childcare, not manufacturing culture wars. There's a few points here.
And use women's spaces. If I'm in as a woman, I'm changing clothes in the locker room because I use the gym when I'm up here in D.C., the women's gym, and a man shows up and his genitalia, his penis is in the room. No. Like, I'm not, it's not okay.
Boy, I think that's the first time that's happened on the show,
well,
but okay.
I mean, she can go to Planet Fitness where it's okay for a middle-aged man to be, you know, in his boxers and have an underage girl in a towel, fearful in the corner. Not up here. I can't even... The idea of that is a trigger for me. I have PTSD from the abuse that I've suffered, and I'm going to do everything I can to protect women and girls. I know how vulnerable we are in private spaces. If you're changing clothes, men shouldn't be anywhere in the room, period.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but one thing I know the left will say in response to what you just said is, well, it's horrific that you were subjected to any abuse or assault, any of it. But are you intimating that this new congressman-elect would somehow assault you in the bathroom? That would be the argument.
The idea of a man walking into a locker room where I'm changing is actually, it feels like assault. I am a victim. I have PTSD from the trauma that I have endured at the hands of a man. And I'm going to stand in the way solidly of any guy that wants to come into our spaces. And guess what? Sarah McBride doesn't get a say in this. And I'm not gonna succumb or be silenced by bullies online or by the radical left. They lost big, and I'm gonna push back harder than ever before.
Representative Nancy Mace seems firmly convinced of her stance, likely shaped by personal experiences that she has openly discussed. Her position has sparked a significant amount of public interest and controversy, especially as she plans to introduce legislation aimed at preventing transgender women from accessing female-designated bathrooms. What's particularly interesting is the potential ripple effect this proposal could have. If brought to the floor of Congress, it would enforce representatives from both parties, Republican and Democrat, to publicly state their positions. This could expose those who have been avoiding taking a clear stance on such a polarizing issue. More importantly, it would bring to light the debate surrounding the rights of women to have spaces that prioritize their privacy and safety. Such legislation, regardless of its outcome, could mark a critical moment in shaping the national dialogue on this issue, revealing deeper divides and possibly uniting unexpected allies. But the question remains, are lawmakers ready to step up and address these concerns, or will they continue to evade the discussion? That is something we will have to watch closely.